I think you also aspire to make a podcast. Why don't you try Anchor? It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor you will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple and other many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum internship. So download Anchor or visit anchor.fm. Episode 23 WTF Wednesday 7 Immortals of Indian Culture. I know constant knowledge topics get us bored, so keep listening for some off topic knowledge. Hello everyone, your host Bramha here on the show I Got This Today, where on every Wednesday we discuss some interesting topics or random facts. Last episode we get to know about pirates and their secrets. Today's topic is my favorite and I was eager to make an episode on it. And finally, it's here. And the topic is Immortals of Indian Mythology or Culture. Immortality is everyone's dream. Immortal means one who never dies and lives forever. Somewhere we all think that we are immortal, but the fact is we are not. But there are some personalities mentioned in Indian culture and written who are believed to be immortal. There are 7 such immortals mentioned and they are Ashwatthama, King Mahabali, Hanuman, Vibhishan, Kripacharya and Parshurama. In every other immortal content, they will tell you their name. But here I will tell you detailed stories of how they get immortal. So, without wasting the time, let's start it. Our first immortal is Ashwatthama. He is a warrior from Mahabharat time. So, before starting, I would like to give an idea on Mahabharat. Mahabharat was a war fought between cousins Kauravas and Pandavas. It was the fight for the right of the kingdom which was of Pandavas and stole by Kauravas. So Pandavas have to fight for their rights. In this war, many great warriors fought the war and it was a great war. So in this war, Ashwatthama, the great warrior, fought from the side of Kauravas who are the enemies. After the Mahabharat war, he was some of the people who were alive. He was angry because his father was killed by cheating. His father's name was Dronacharya, who was the teacher of both Kauravas and Pandavas. And after seeing Duryodhana about to die, his anger grew up. He decided to attack Pandavas at night alone. He then at night went inside their tent and cut 5 heads and brought them to Duryodhana. When Duryodhana tried to squeeze one of the skull, it broke easily. Then he got to know that this is not a weak skull of Pandavas, but it was the skull of Pandava's 5 sons who were small and innocent. He had just killed 5 innocent babies. On this, when Draupadi, the wife of Pandav, asked Krishna and Arjuna to cut Ashwatthama's head and bring. They both found Ashwatthama in anger and still want to take the revenge. Shoot a arrow called Brahma Astra, which is the most powerful weapon in the world, towards Arjun. To counter this, Arjun also shoot the Brahma Astra. Both the Brahmastra collide and the devastation of the world has started. Sage Vyas reached there and asked both of them to turn their arrows towards him and save the whole world from the devastation. However, Arjun did that, but Ashwatthama, in his fire of revenge, turned the arrow towards the only successor left of Pandavas, who was in the stomach of Uttara, the Abhimanyu's wife, and killed that not born innocent baby too. On this, Lord Krishna got very angry and he asked Arjun to take the gem on his forehead which gave him all the powers and curse him with immortality. Now you will say, what a curse! Who will give the curse of immortality? But he cursed Ashwatthama that all the pain that was suffered by whoever in the Mahabharat war would be taken by him, and he will live forever with this pain. And that's how he got the immortality curse. That was an interesting story, wasn't it? Now, let's quickly move on to the second immortal, who is Kripacharya. Interestingly, Kripacharya was the maternal uncle of Ashwatthama. Yes, it's true. He also fought on side of Kauravas in the Mahabharat war. He is also believed to be one of the immortal, but there are no writings or scriptures that define why he is an immortal and how he got immortal. After the Mahabharat war, he later trained Parikshit, the Uttara's son. You will say, what? But he was killed by Ashwatthama. Yes, but Lord Krishna gave all the good deed done by him and gave life to him again and named him as Parikshit. What happened if there are no stories on why Kripacharya is immortal? But there is a very interesting story on Kripacharya's birth which I would like to tell you. There was a sage named Sadhwan who was a very powerful and also very renowned archer. And the sage one day started to meditate to get more powerful. Seeing this, king of god Indra got insecure and got afraid of him taking over his kingdom. So he sent a beautiful girl to him and broke his meditation. After that, the girl sent by Indra and sage got a son and a daughter. The sage refused to accept the son and the daughter and asked that beautiful girl to go to Indra and seek the help. However, Indra also rejected to help her, so she was left alone with her two children. She left the two children in the jungle, and the son was known as Kripacharya later. The daughter and the son was brought up by the king Satyavan, who was the ancestor of both Kaurav and Pandavas. So that's all the story of birth of Kripacharya. If you like this episode, then you would like the books given in the description which you should buy right now. Here we just finished 2 Immortals, but there are more left. We will talk about them next Wednesday. So till then, follow us and share this episode so next time more and more people can get engaged with us. So that's all for today. I will take your leave and see you soon. Disclaimer: this podcast is based on my views, opinions and knowledge. I don't want to hurt anyone's sentiment or disrespect any group or individual.